morning students. Welcome to Kartikeya IAS Academy. Today our special topic is rare earth metals and China's monopoly. Let us see why this is in news. Recently, Western nations are worried about the China's dominance in rare earth metals, which are mainly used for the manufacturing hub. So, China is exporting most of its rare earth metals to the 90% of the needs of the world. So, if China dominates in such a way, these rare earth metals are mostly used in the manufacturing hub, may lead to the worst condition or may lead to the pressurized condition on the Western nations, because Western nations are mostly dependent on the China for the rare earth metals. So if China changes its policy to policy of trade with European unions and US, then they may get into the bottlenecks of getting rare earth metals. So Western nations are somewhat worried about the rare earth metals. Let us see why the concentration of China and Western nation has shifted towards the rare earth metals. What are these rare earth metals or minerals? What are the uses of these minerals that these two nations or these two continents are very worried about the rare earths? Let us see what are rare earths. What are rare earth metals? What are rare earth metals or minerals? These are the minerals found in very low concentration. These are the minerals found in low concentration in Earth's crust. And also technically in Earth's crust, and also technically it is difficult to extract. Extraction is also difficult. Extract from its oxides. So these are the rare metals. These are the rare metals which are found in very low concentration, and that too they are found in oxides or in the other form or in a combination form. So the extraction of these metals or these minerals is very a difficult process. So this is done by China in very easy way. So China is very pro in doing processing or extracting the rare earths, and even it is the house of rare earth metals. So this technique or this process is not upward processes. Upward process ante entandi extraction gaani, రిఫైనింగ్ కానీ ఫినిష్డ్ మెటల్గా దాన్ని తీసుకురావడం. సో అలా ఫినిష్డ్ మెటల్గా కంప్లీట్ చేసే ప్రాసెస్ ఏదైతే ఉందో దాన్ని అప్వర్డ్ ప్రాసెస్ అంటాం. సో చైనా ఈజ్ ఎక్స్పర్ట్ ఇన్ అప్వర్డ్ ప్రాసెస్. బట్ కమింగ్ టు ద రెస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద నేషన్స్, వీఆర్ నాట్ దట్ మచ్ డెవలప్డ్ దట్ వీ కెన్ డూ అప్వర్డ్ ప్రాసెస్ ఈజీలీ. సో అంత ఈజీగా మనం చేయలేకపోతాం. దాట్స్ వై దెర్ ఈజ్ ఎ డామినెన్స్ ఆఫ్ చైనా ఓవర్ ద రేర్ ఎర్త్ మెటల్స్. Coming to what are the uses of rare earth metals, what are rare earth metals? Generally, there are 17 elements or the metals which are been categorized as rare earths, like yttrium, scandium, lanthanides and scandium and yttrium. Lanthanides, you know, in the periodic table, the lower group which is present, lower box which is present at the end of the periodic table are called lanthanides. So these lanthanides are completely called as rare earths. Along with it, scandium and yttrium also comes under rare earths because most of its physical and chemical properties matches with the rare earths. Okay, what are the different properties, what are the different chemical properties which are useful for the manufacturing hub present in the rare earths? What are those chemical properties? Coming to the physical and chemical properties of the rare earths, physical and chemical properties of rare earths, it is mostly having a magnetic properties, luminescent properties, and also electrostatic properties. Because of these properties, because of these chemical and physical properties, these rare earth metals are used in a wide manufacturing hub, used in a different wide sectors in the manufacturing hub. So like in automobiles, it is been used in missile system, it is been used in flash drives, computers, web cameras, like it has a wide usage or wide use in the manufacturing hub. Let us see what are the uses of the rare earth metals. So these rare earth metals are mostly used in modern technologies, which is having high demand. So that's why Western nations are very worried, because in the upcoming days, in the wake of COVID pandemic, we used so many modern technology for which we need these rare earths. To produce those modern technology, we need these rare earth minerals. So, but this is dominated by the China. If China changes its policy, there will be a threat to the manufacturing sector of the developed nations like European and US nations. So Western nations are worried about their manufacturing sectors. Let us see what are the wide variety of uses of rare earth metals. Generally, yttrium is used in television industry. So you will get colors on the television screen which is mainly due to yttrium. So yttrium is used in the television industry for the coloring of the images. So it is being used in the television industry. So coming to samarium, it is used as a magnet. But samarium is used along with the combination of cobalt. Along with cobalt, it is used as a magnet in guided missile system. In guided missiles. Scandium is used in sports equipment. Lanthanums, like lanthanides, are mainly used in, lanthanums are used in webcams, webcam lenses, glasses, flash drives. Flash drives means mostly pen drives, memory storage units. And also neodymium is used in cell phones. So like this, it is you can see the latest technologies like webcams, laser lights, flash drives, which are used in the present day is mainly dependent on the rare earth metals, which has been dominated by the China. So let us see what is the China's monopoly, how China is monopolizing the rare earth metals exports. Let us get into the topic of China's monopoly. In the world, mostly the rare earth metals, 90% of the world's needs for rare earth metals is being provided by the China. That is up to 90%. So 90% is supplied by the China to the world. So 90% of world needs are fulfilled, or that demand is been matched by the China. Whereas rest of the 10%, we are having our own mines. So the 10%, the rest of the 10% is managed by the world. So 90% of the exports, 90% of the needs are being matched by the China, and the rest of the 10% is matched by the world. This is in the past. So this is the past situation in 2010. Coming to the present situation, now this monopoly is coming down in such a way that 60%, China is now supplying 60% of rare earths to the world, and the rest of the 40% is being matched by the respective nations. So the China's domination is coming down. So the main problem in the rare earth metals is extraction and processing. So extraction and processing in rare earth metals is called as upward processes. After extraction of the metal, after we extract the metal, that metal is used for That metal is used for manufacturing of different units. So such manufacturing of different units is called as downward process. So manufacturing of units is called downward processes. These two processes, both upward and downward processes, both upward and downward processes are very difficult. Are very difficult to achieve. So China is both upward processes and downward processes. That's why it is having a monopoly in this sector. Now this is now the present situation in the 60%, it is mainly dominated by Quad group. Quad group is nothing but of Australia, India, Japan and US. Quad is having nations of Australia, India, Japan and US. Now US is playing a key role in the domination of rare earth metals. So the 40% is dominated by the Quad. Let us see in the graph how China is dominating. You can see in this particular graph, the red area which is present here is the domination of China. This is the China's. And coming to the blue portion, that is US. US is present in the second position. And coming to the green, you can see over there, the green portion is dominated by the rest of the countries. So in this, India is occupying third position. So in the green portion you can see India is occupying the third position. India is occupying the third position here. In the green sector you can see India is occupying the third position. So as India is occupying the third position, even though we have so much of potential to have rare earth metals in our crust, but the processed rare earth metals is maximum supplied by the China. That is what the dominance or the monopoly of the China. So coming later on, as India is occupying, you can see as India is occupying third position, India is having so much of potential to unravel this area of trade. We can unravel this area of trade as India is having potential of exporting rare earth metals. Let us see what is the opportunity, or how can India, by making changes, what India can make the changes to grab the opportunity. So for this, initially rare earth metals are extracted or being processed under Department of Mines, Earth Mines and Minerals and Atomic Energy. So till now, India is concentrating on extraction of thorium only. It wants to import only thorium. But now, as India is having potential to grab the opportunity to export rare earth metals, at least to meet the needs of the India, it has to make so many changes. What are the changes? Initially, the rare earth metals comes under the Department of Mines, Earth Mines and Minerals and Atomic Energy. Now experts propose to grab this opportunity, experts propose to establish new department for rare earths. To create new department for rare earths. So, new department for rare earths under the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. Under the Ministry of petroleum and natural gas. So under this ministry, we propose to establish a new department for rare earths. Why? What is the problem in processing the rare earth metals? The main problem is viability gap funding. So if we establish a new department, we can challenge the viability gap funding. What do you mean by viability gap funding? This is an economic activity which will yield a good results in the long term. Means, so మనం ఇప్పుడు ప్రాసెస్ చేసి దాన్ని ఫినిష్డ్ మెటల్ కింద రెడీ చేసి మనం ఇంపోర్ట్ చేసేటప్పటికి చాలా టైం పడుతుంది. దిస్ నీడ్స్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ టైం. సో ఇంత టైంలో దానికి ఫండ్ కావాలి. ఆ ప్రాసెసింగ్ కానీ అప్వర్డ్ ప్రాసెస్ కానీ డౌన్వర్డ్ ప్రాసెస్ కానీ చేయడానికి చాలా ఫండ్స్ కావాలి. సో అటువంటి ఒక ఫండ్స్ని ఎవరు ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తారు? So no business, either the private sector or the government sector is not interested, because funds are not there, not interested to take up this challenge. So ఇప్పుడు మనం కొత్త డిపార్ట్మెంట్ నే రెడీ చేసాం అనుకో, ఏమవుతుంది? If we create a new department, it concentrate to provide viability gap funding, viability, so that particular economic activity will become viable ఆఫ్టర్ ఏ లాంగ్ టైం. అంటే చాలా టైం తర్వాత ఆ ఎకనామిక్ యాక్టివిటీ అన్నది వయబుల్, ఇట్ విల్ ఈల్డ్ ఫ్రూట్స్ అని అర్థం, వయబిలిటీ గ్యాప్ ఫండింగ్. సో అంతేకాకుండా రేర్ ఎర్త్ ఆక్సైడ్స్ని ఇండియన్ రేర్ ఎర్త్ ఆక్సైడ్స్ని కానీ ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తే, త్రూ దిస్ ఇఫ్ వి ప్రొవైడ్ ఇండియన్ రేర్ ఎర్త్ ఆక్సైడ్స్, if we provide Indian rare earth oxides, it is very easy for the India to be in the competition with China. So China తో కాంపిటీషన్ లో ఉండడానికి ఇండియాకి ఇది ఒక మంచి అవకాశం. సో ఇండియన్ రేర్ ఎర్త్ ఆక్సైడ్స్ ని మనం ప్రాసెస్ చేస్తే అది ఎలా అవుతుంది? ఇఫ్ వి ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ ఎ డెడికేటెడ్ న్యూ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఫర్ రేర్ ఎర్త్స్. దిస్ ఈజ్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద proposed point. And coming to the next, what change we can do such that we can yield or we can be in the competition with China. China తో కాంపిటీషన్ లో ఉండాలంటే ఇంకేం చేయాలి? We should also concentrate on downward processes and its applications. Downward processes and its applications. We should focus on downward processes and its applications. So importing rare earth oxides from the China and meeting our needs is somewhat more costlier, because we are more costlier than making downward process. If we focus on the downward processes, most of the manufacturing sector needs can be achieved through our nation itself. So there is no need for us to depend on China for the finished goods. We can go for the downward processes. Like that, we can reduce the trade deficit with the China. We are having so much of trade deficit with China, which can be reduced by concentrating on downward processes. What is the downward processes? What do you mean by downward processes? I explained that rare earth metals have so many uses in manufacturing magnets, in using cerium is used in automobile industry, it is used in computers and electronics. So if we use this, what happens? If we start to manufacture these all, it will have a less burden in the trade deficit. So India should concentrate or the focus on downward processes. To focus on these downward processes, what is the need of the air? Transportation. The need of the air is transportation. So we can find mines will be at one place, and we have to transport that mines to the manufacturing hub so that it will undergo the downward processes. So ala mine unna chota nunchi transport ayi adi final good ga raavadam kosam transportation is a challenge. So we should concentrate on port transportation. దీనికి పోర్ట్ ట్రాన్స్పోర్టేషన్ అంటే వెరీ ఫీజిబుల్. పోర్ట్ ట్రాన్స్పోర్టేషన్, సో వీ షుడ్ కాన్సన్ట్రేట్ ఆన్ port transportation. Oka hurdle is transportation, so we should concentrate on port transportation. And the second hurdle is ease of doing business. Ease of doing business measures. So we should ease the measures we have taken to do a business. So we should allow our Indian entrepreneurs or Indian business makers to enter into the rare earth metals business. So by doing this, we can improve the extraction and the processing of rare earth metals. So by this, not only this, another and the third most proposal is coordination with agencies. Coordination with agencies. Which agencies? Agencies, international agencies. Coordination with agencies. So that is with international agencies. We have to make groupings. International groupings to achieve this dominance. To achieve this dominance or to achieve this opportunity, we have to make international groupings so that we can develop a strategic reserves. Strategic reserves ante entandi, if we reserve or a buffer stock. Strategic reserve is a buffer stock. అంటే ఏదైనా ఒక ఎలిమెంట్ కానీ ఏదైనా ఒక పెట్రోల్ కానీ న్యాచురల్ గ్యాస్ని కానీ బఫర్లో పెట్టుకుంటాం. ఎందుకు? టు మీట్ ద క్రైసిస్ని మీట్ అవ్వడం కోసం అని చెప్పి దాన్ని దాచిపెట్టుకుంటాం. దాన్ని స్ట్రాటజిక్ రిజర్వ్స్. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ నెససరీ టు కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ స్ట్రాటజిక్ రిజర్వ్స్, టు బిల్డ్ స్ట్రాటజిక్ రిజర్వ్స్ టు మీట్ ద క్రైసిస్. అసలు ఇంత రేర్ ఎర్త్ మెటల్స్కి ఇంత ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఎందుకు అని అంటే, ఇట్ ఈస్ ద మెయిన్ ఎనర్జీ సోర్స్. ఎందుకు? మనం మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇంపోర్ట్స్ ఆర్, ఇట్ ఈస్ ద మెయిన్ ఎనర్జీ సోర్స్. ఇట్ కెన్ ఆల్సో బీ ఎ మేజర్ ఎనర్జీ సోర్స్ ఇన్ ద అప్కమింగ్ ఇయర్స్. సో ఈ పాండమిక్లో ఎనర్జీ సోర్స్ చాలా కావాలి. ఎందుకు? నాట్ ఓన్లీ ఫర్ ద manufacturing sector, even to develop a different sectors, energy is needed. So to tap that energy, we need to grab this opportunity by constructing the strategic reserves. These are what all the proposals to the Indian nation to grab the opportunity of processing and extracting the rare earth metals, as it is in the third position. So coming to the current status of India on rare earths, you can see I already mentioned that it comes under the Department of Mines and Atomic Energy. Mines and Atomic Energy, and its manufacturing is under the IREL. IREL is Indian Rare Earths Limited. So this is a public sector undertaking. This is PSU, which is mainly concerned with the processing and extraction of the rare earths in India. Indian Rare Earths Limited. Along with it, IREL is having monopoly in rare earth oxides, mostly extracting monazite. IREL is monopolized in extracting monazite from beach sand. This is the present status of India on rare earths. So this is the time now for the India to react and to grab that opportunity for the extraction, processing, and also undertaking the downward processes so that we can meet the needs of our manufacturing sector. India has suddenly jumped from the agricultural society to the service sector, but our manufacturing sector or industrial development has no growth from the past years. So, to grow our industrial sector, it is a need of the hour to concentrate on the manufacturing sector and improve our manufacturing sector by grabbing this opportunity. Coming to this topic is mainly related in our mains questions, like in the paper 2, GS paper 2, international grouping and neighborhood. Along with it also considered under the GS paper 3 under economy, world economy. Let us move to the question. China's aggressiveness in recent times presents not only challenges to India but also opportunities to strengthen itself internationally and domestically. So rare earth metals are needed both domestically and internationally. So it is an opportunity for India to grab that both internationally and domestically. Discuss. So this is one of the angle, or as we are discussing rare earth metals, this is one of the angle where India can tap its opportunity. But in the question, as it is 15 marker question, you have to mention different aspects where India can have opportunity and also facing challenges from the China. Let us move on to the answer. You can see in the answer, in the model answer, I mentioned how China is becoming slowly a global power. So this is what the main concern of the Western nations. So not only that, you can see here the main threat, military and security sphere, China is posing a challenges by occupying South and East China Sea, Indian Ocean region. It is having its step in Indian Ocean region, and also military standoff along the lake with India in East Ladakh. So it is posing threat from all sides of the boundaries of India, like in Ladakh and also in Indian Ocean region and also in South China Sea. So like that you can introduce and move on to the body. Economic expansion. This is what the main challenge posed by the China. Economic expansion in Ladakh area, LAC. And the next challenge is military gap. India's defense budget is already tightened, means it is very low than the China, that we are unable to meet the demands of LAC. Coming to the difficult strategic choices. To have the strategic choices, to have a better groupings, international groupings. So China is more aligned towards the good global balance and contain its ambitions. So we have to tap the opportunity both domestically and internationally to balance or to unravel the strategic choices. Next, coming to the economic course correction. This is the global aspect that US-China watch, protectionism. US is entering into the protectionism from China. You can write that concept over here in the global aspect, and in a domestical aspect. In domestic aspect, you can say that we are mostly dependent on China for the raw material. Mostly in this COVID pandemic, we are mostly dependent on the raw material for the manufacture of medicines like API, active pharmaceutical ingredient. We import active pharmaceutical ingredient required for our pharma industries from China. So we have to reduce the dependency and concentrate on the other opportunities and concentrate on other options, so that we can reduce our trade deficit. So you have to explain the domestic aspect, and also we have some diplomatic challenges in the space also. You can mention it, I already mentioned it. So in this, now you can, in the opportunities, now you can add or include in your answer about the rare earth metals opportunity, which I mentioned in the special topics. This is the upcoming topic because Western nations are very worried. So now the topic or the war between the US and China is mainly about the rare earth metals, because every nation will search for the energy security. Now the energy security is mostly lies on rare earth metals, because these are not only used in used for energy security. As we are moving towards the cleaner energy, ఎనర్జీ సెక్యూరిటీ ఉండడమే కాదు, వీఆర్ మూవింగ్ టువర్డ్స్ క్లీనర్ ఎనర్జీ. అంటే గ్లోబల్ వార్మింగ్ కానీ ఎన్విరాన్మెంటల్ పొల్యూషన్ కానీ తగ్గించాలనుకుంటున్నాం కదా, అటువైపు మూవ్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు కూడా ఇవి హెల్ప్ చేస్తాయి. ఏ విధంగా హెల్ప్ చేస్తాయి? ఆల్రెడీ సీరియం అనేది ఆటోమొబైల్ ఇండస్ట్రీలో సల్ఫర్ డైఆక్సైడ్ ఎమిషన్ తగ్గించడానికి యూస్ చేస్తారు. సో బై దట్ చాలా ఎలిమెంట్స్ని మనం ఆటోమొబైల్ ఇండస్ట్రీలో యూస్ చేస్తాం. సో టు రెడ్యూస్ గ్లోబల్ ఎమిషన్స్ ఆల్సో వీ నీడ్ టు అన్రావెల్ దిస్ rare earth metals. And rare earth metals is having a diverse structure or the diverse uses, so that we have to check both upward processes and also downward processes. So this is what the topic, very important topic, upcoming topic in the mains, in the UPSC mains. It is going to be very important topic in UPSC mains. Thank you.